Let's see the experiments we have in microcontrollers and applications lab. These are the 12 experiments we have in this particular lab, and let's start with the task 1, that is LED patterns. Coming to the LED patterns, where LED stands for light emitting diode, and the introduction here is the GRIT LEDs and switches shield has 6 LEDs and 6 switches. If you see this particular shield, this is your GRIT LEDs and switches shield. In this particular shield, we have 6 LEDs. We can see here 1 LED, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total we have 6 LEDs and total we have 6 switches. Switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, switch 4, switch 5 and switch 6. So this shield is going to have 6 LEDs and 6 switches. So in order to do the experiments in this particular LED patterns, so we have to use this particular shield, because where this shield has 6 LEDs. If you take only the Arduino board where we have only 1 LED. Okay, in order to have more number of LEDs, you have to use this particular kit, and we have a lot of experiments to do different combinations on this LEDs. So you have to make this particular shield to sit on the Arduino Uno board. Okay, on bottom of this you have an Arduino Uno board here. So you have to make this particular shield to connect to the Arduino Uno board. So we say that the GRIT LEDs and switches shield has 6 LEDs and 6 switches. And the cathodes of the LEDs are grounded. Like each and every LED is going to have 2 legs. One is the anode and the cathode. So here anode is connected to one of the pin here, and cathode is connected to the ground. By default, when you make this particular shield to sit on the Arduino, the connections are there in default. Okay, that connections, what exactly it is there, we will be studying in this particular pin mapping. Okay, so before discussing the pin mapping, remember that each and every LED is going to have 2 legs. One is cathode and the second one is anode. Cathode is connected to ground, and if you go with an anode can be connected to any of the digital pin which is present in my Arduino board. So if you see here, the cathodes of the LEDs are grounded and the anodes are connected to the Arduino Uno pins through resistors. They have connected to the pins through the resistors. The required 5V supply and ground for the shield are transferred from the Arduino Uno base board. So, and we already know that the microcontroller, whatever the controller we have in the Arduino board, that is ATmega328 microcontroller, has 4 ports. Port A, Port B, Port C and Port D. Each and every port is of 8 pins. So when I am talking about port A here, port A is from PA.0 to PA.7. When I am talking about port B is from PB.0 to PB.7. When I am talking about port C is of 8 pins again. Port C is from PC.0 to PC.7. When I am talking about port D, it is also of 8 pins, where it is starting from PD.0 to PD.7. So when I am talking about ports here, so each and every port is supporting some pins which are there in the controller. Now port A pins, whatever I am talking about, the port A pins here, they are used for the power supply pins. On the Arduino board you have a power supply pins. So all that power supply pins will be controlled by the port A pins which are there in the microcontroller. Coming to the next one, port B and port D pins that are used to have a communication for your digital pins. Okay, so port B and port D pins are used for your digital pins, and port C pins mainly it is going to have a connection with your analog pins. Okay, and coming to the pin diagram here, where we have a 6 LEDs like LED 1, LED 2, LED 3, LED 4, LED 5 and LED 6. So LED 1 is connected to the 8th pin on your Arduino board. That is a connection here. LED 1 is connected to the 8th pin, LED 2 is connected to the 9th pin, LED 3 is connected to the 10th pin, LED 4 is connected to the 11th pin, LED 5 is connected to the 12th pin, and LED 6 is connected to the 13th pin. Okay, so this is the default LEDs where it have the exact connection to the Arduino board. For example, if you don't want to use this particular shield, and if you want to connect the LEDs, like if you want to take the 6 LEDs and if you want to connect the 6 LEDs to the Arduino board, then for that one you have to take a breadboard, you have to take the 6 LEDs, you have to take the jumping wires, you have to take the Arduino board. And whenever you take the LED to have a connection from the breadboard to the Arduino, you have to take a jumping wire again. Okay, so each and every LED is going to have 2 legs. One is anode and the cathode. At that time, what you have to do is you have to make the cathode to connect to the ground pin of your Arduino, and the anode can be connected to any of your digital pin. Okay, likewise you have to give a connection of the LEDs to the Arduino Uno board with the help of the jumping wires and even with the help of the breadboard. So in order to overcome all that particular equipment, we have developed a shield called as LEDs and switches shield, where exactly we have 6 LEDs here, and LEDs default they have connected to some of the pins which are there on the Arduino. That pin numbering we are going to study in this pin mapping. So you can have a pin mapping where all the 6 LEDs have the connection with all the digital pins which are there on the Arduino board. And coming to this microcontroller, already we said that we have 4 ports. So in that 4 ports, port B pins, mainly it supports your digital pins, that is from 8 to 13. So this is your port pin which is supporting your 8th pin, port B1 which is supporting your 9th pin, port B2 supporting your 10th pin, port B3 supporting your 11th pin, port B4 supporting your 12th pin, port B5 supporting your 13th pin. Like this, we'll be having a pin diagram for each and every kit whenever you connect to your Arduino Uno board. Coming to the first program we have is blinking LEDs, and the second program we have serial lights, and the third program is half on and half off, and the fourth program you have alternate on and off. So let us do the first program, blinking LEDs. So to do this program, now you have to blink all the LEDs here, but in order to blink all the LEDs, I want to blink all the LEDs by using a delay function. So what I do here is, I have written a small program. Let us write a program in the Arduino IDE. So what I do here is, I open my Arduino editor. Okay, this is my Arduino editor. Now I will be writing a program here. See, the basic structure of Arduino programming consisting of 2 functions, void setup and void loop. Now I write a program in here. I say that total we have 6 LEDs, so that I have to initialize in setup. So I am writing pin mode, and I am saying it as pin numbers I have to declare from 8 to 13. So what I do is, I will be taking a for loop here. I will be writing for, I will be starting from my 8th LED till 13th LED. Total we have 6 LEDs. So all that I need to declare it as output. So what I am doing is, I have written a for loop starting from my 8th LED till 13th LED, and I have used a function called pin mode where I need to specify a pin number. Now the pin number I am giving it as I, and the mode is my output, where I have to see the output on all the 6 LEDs. So that is the reason I have taken the mode as output, and this should be written in capital letters. And whenever I am writing the pin mode function, M should be also capital. So here I am taking all in integers. So what I do is, I declare globally as int as I. I am taking int of I. I am declaring a variable with int. Now what I do here is, I open my void loop function. In the void loop, I will be writing a program saying that I write for I equal to 8, I less than or equal to 13, I write I plus plus, I open the bracket and I use a function called digital write. When I am using a function digital write, W should be in capital, and the digital write is going to have 2 parameters. One is the pin number and other one is value. The value I am writing it as high. So when I write here, what happens here? So first what happens is 8th LED glows. Okay, again 9th LED glows. 10th LED glows. Likewise it happens. But I want to make all the LEDs glows for 1 second. So I use a delay function. In the delay I give it as delay you have to write it in small letters. Take delay. I write as 1000. Okay, now what I do is, again I will be writing a for loop for I equal to 8, I less than or equal to 13, I plus plus. Again I want to make it low. So again I will be using digital write. I write I comma low. Okay, this one I want to make it off only for 1 second. So again I will be writing delay. I will be writing it as 1000. So now what happens? All the LEDs glows for 1 second and off for 1 second. So you have to compile. So you clear with this. We have written that all 8 LEDs I want to get some output on all the 8 LEDs that I have initialized in the setup function. But in the loop function, what I have written, I want to glow all the LEDs for 1 second and I want to make all the LEDs off for 1 second. And that process has to repeat. So in order to do that, I have written the complete statements in the loop function. Now what I do is, I need to click on compile button. When I click on compile button, it is going to ask my program. So I save my program as blinking LEDs. No need of any extension here. I am writing it as blinking LEDs. Click on save button. Okay, once I click on the save button, my program is going to get saved with the file name whatever I am giving. My program name is blinking LEDs. Okay, we have clicked the compile button now. It is showing it as done compiling. It means there are no errors in the program. Program has successfully compiled, but you have to dump the program onto the controller. So in order to dump the program onto the controller, you have to click on the upload button. When I click on the upload button, then only this program is getting dumped. But before uploading, once again you go with the tools, check with the board whether you have connected your Arduino Uno board properly or not. Okay, then you have to check with your port also. Okay, once you click on the port, it has to show your port number. That port number is very important before you upload the program. Okay, so I'll be showing my output where I have taken a video here. So this is the same program, whatever I have written. This is the outputs I'll be getting. But let's see this video here once. See, you can see once I uploaded my program where all my LEDs are blinking for 1 second, off for 1 second, blinking for 1 second, off for 1 second. That process repeats because all the statements have written in loop. So that is the reason the process goes on repeating. So this is the output where I am going to get it. Let's see the second program now. It is about the serial lights. Serial lights in the sense I have to make one by one LED glowing. Like you have 6 LEDs, right? Now what I have to make is one by one LED I have to glow. Means first I have to glow the 8th LED. Okay, then after 1 second I want to glow the 9th LED. Means serially one by one has to glow by taking certain delay time. So what I do here is again I'll be going with my program. Okay, so again I'll be writing a program. I go with the file new. Okay, here I write it as for I equal to 8. I need to glow all the LEDs. So I declare all my LEDs as output. I equal to 8. I less than or equal to 13. I plus plus. I write it as pin mode. I comma. Mode should be capital. Output. Okay. This globally I declare int I. Next in the void loop, I'll be writing a code here for I equal to 8, I less than or equal to 13, I plus plus. Now I write digital write I comma high. I should be capital letters. And then I will be writing a delay time as 1000. Okay, what happens for this program now? Delay, spelling mistake, write it correctly, delay 1000. Now what happens here? You are making one by one LED glow with having a certain time interval as 1000. So you compile the program. Again it is asking to save my program. I write it as serial lights program. Serial lights. I'm clicking a save button, and then it is compiling my program. Once it is done compiling, then there are no errors. Now you have to upload the program. So you need to click on the upload button, then the program is getting uploaded into the controller. So before uploading, must check your settings, whether the board is connected properly or not, whether the port is matching or not. Once you do it, then only you can get the output on the kit. So let us see the video again where I have executed that particular program of serial lights. This is the output, like one by one. First 8th LED glows. After 1 second, 8th, 9th will be there. After 1 second, 8, 9, 10 will be there. Likewise, it repeats. Now let us see a small video here. See, 8th was glowing. After 1 second, 9th is glowing, 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th. Okay, this is your serial lights output. And the next program you have is about half on and half off. So I'll show the outputs. Please try this remaining 2 exercises with your own, and half on and half off. Let us see the output now. Half LEDs on, half LEDs off. Half LEDs on, the remaining half LEDs off. Like this, you have to show the output as half on and half off. And the next we have alternate on and off. Let's see the alternate on and off. Just see the output of alternate on and off. Alternate LED is on and alternate off. See, alternate LED is on, alternate off. Alternate LEDs are getting on, alternate LEDs are getting off. On, off, on, off. So please try out these two exercises by your own, where you get the output in this particular way. Thank you.